Behind silk tie lies you send our children to fight your evil wars. When it comes to fighting on yourselves, you hide behind rich connection doors. You ignore homeless veterans, call heroes traitors who refuse to kill. Maybe Jesus will forgive you, but America never will. No, we'll never, ever forgive you, not in a million years, nor generations who outlive you, drowning in a million tears. You sacrifice our children's future as Babylon's whore drinks a bloody field. And maybe Jesus will forgive you, but America, ooh, never will. Let victims of a flooded city drown in bureaucratic tape. Give tax breaks to the rich, while the rest are capital gain rate. You cut funds for poor kids' lunches, healthcare and every social ill. Maybe Jesus will forgive you, but America never will. No, we'll never, ever forgive you, long as this cruel world shall remain. May your names go down in infamy, spin masters of dirty, rotten shame. You divided a martyr's garments and crucified our human rights bill. Maybe Jesus will forgive you, but America, oh, never will. You ignore our planet's warning signs and take our once respected name, and you thrash it and slash it and trash it into a beast of planetary shade. Now when the sun fades away and the stars no longer shine, and the final trumpet has blown, heralding the end of time, you'll stand before the great throne and answer up for all the blood you spill. And maybe Jesus will forgive you, but America never ever will. So go on, pretend we're the traitor. Lord knows we love America still. Maybe Jesus.
Hello, I'm Annette Mendel, and this is Torcaso Media Presents, and here once again is our host, Albert Torcaso.
And it's Torcaso Media Presents It Hurts. Well, viewers, this show will be on randomly. Once again, this is going to be about abuse. But we're going to do things a little bit differently today. First thing we're going to do is we're going to focus in on these gloves, if you can see them. As you know, if you watch the live show, I basically said the gloves are off on the other one. This one, a little bit different. I'm wearing these gloves, and it occurred to me, when a crime occurs, there's an investigation. There are popular shows on CBS called Crime Scene Investigation, or CSI. So I have the gloves on. Now, I'm not a criminalist, but I'm thinking I need to examine exactly why CART, the Department of Human Services Office of Behavioral Health, their Directors Action Line and other organizations that are supposed to protect the consumers, people with mental health issues, drug and alcohol, child and youth, things like that. I'm trying to examine why, instead of protecting those that are charged with protecting, educating, empowering, encouraging, and improving their lives, I'm trying to examine and figure out, why do they allow people to be mistreated? Why do they sweep things under the rug? Why are they in bed together? Can it only be about money? Can it only be about preserving their job? Now, not everybody at CART is bad. Not everybody at the Directors Action Line is bad. Not everybody at the Department of Human Services is bad, and I would love to tell you some of the good ones, but I don't want them to get fired because they're the good ones. But there are good people at the Department of Human Services and all these places. But today we're here to focus in on those who are not good, those who take written reports and verbally, orally that is, sign off on mistreatment and concur with the report, and then tolerate these agencies that are supposed to be getting who does get your money through the county as subcontractors. They seem to tolerate, in fact, they do tolerate, and we have physical evidence that someday may be used, but they tolerate mistreatment and abuse, and they sign off on it instead of doing the opposite. I'm trying to figure out why that is. I'm trying to examine it. But you know, I can't do that. But you know who can do that? You, Pittsburgh. You, the viewer. You have more power than all the politicians. You have more power than all the organizations. Just to let you know. Now, I'm not going to say if these organizations are good or bad or have elements of both. But just so that you know, millions and tens of millions of dollars go to organizations for mental health and other services. They include some of the following: Western Psychiatric Institute, also known as WIPIC. There is Mercy Behavioral Health. There is Transitional Services Incorporated, or Chris can correct me on that. There is Monyauk. There is Turtle Creek Valley, and Chris knows many more. And these are places where consumers get their mental health treatment and try to improve their lives, try to recover from mental illness, try to have a productive life. But some of these organizations that I mentioned have people who are mistreating, abusing, and in some cases, brutally abusing the consumers. They are betraying them. They are torturing them, because emotional torture, especially on somebody who's vulnerable. So there's a lot of heck going on. And I'm at risk for what I'm saying, but I will not stand for it anymore. I will not tolerate, I will not play the game. Just as I said on the live show. Lives are being affected. And you will see Donna Weiss cry during this show. Cry from an incident that happened almost 20 years ago. So the statute of limitations may be up, but hey, the emotions last a lifetime. Let's stop the abuse before it happens. And when it happens, we must now enact a zero tolerance policy. If you are caught mistreating or abusing a consumer or any kind of health care, you are fired. And you lose your license for a period of not less than 6 months. You cannot practice anywhere in this state. Let us further say, if you are caught again after a period of 6 months, you will then lose your license for a period of 10 years. And if you lose that